Hello everyone. I wanted to stop by a little bit today and just talk to you about a little bit of a personal journey that I've been going through with my daughter. I have a 6-year-old girl and she is a very visual eater. So Zoe had a very hard time eating anything that it didn't look appealing to her. So I just like to share all the success that we have had with everybody. Slowly, for a mom, let me start over. For a mom, it's very hard to see our kids not eat. So what do? Immediately we start pushing our kids to eat because we just want them to be fed, And I caught myself so many times pushing her, just try it, just eat, it tastes good. We say all these things that in their mind it does just not make sense. So here are a few things that I have done to change that, and we have had great success with it. It's taken a little bit of time, but I am so amazed by how she's eating now. So one of the things that I used to do all the time whenever I was offering her food, it was telling her that it tastes good. So what I switched to is describing what it tastes like. For example, let me see if I can think of something. If I want her to eat a zucchini, I'll say, oh, it's mushy like something else that she likes, and it kind of tastes like this, it kind of looks like this. Or, oh, pears, she will not eat pears, but she likes apples. So I tell her it's just kind of like an apple, but it's a little bit softer and it is sweeter. And that usually gets them to try it. Blueberries, she would not eat blueberries and blackberries. And one day we started talking about the amount of vitamins that we have in each food. And we have, the Alexa at the house. So we started asking Alexa, tell me which kind of vitamins are in blueberries. And she's mentioned, a bunch of different vitamins. And she was like, oh, wow, you get all of those vitamins in this one little tiny fruit? Yes. So now she likes blueberries. And the way that I gave them to her, that's something that has changed drastically. Since I know that she's a visual eater, I started making food look better and look fun. For example, and I have pictures of it. I'll try to post them later. I, for example, gave her the other day rice, and I made rice in the shape of a cloud on the top of the plate. And I used corn as rain, and I got spinach, and I put spinach on the bottom as grass, and I think I put pieces of chicken, and I said they were birds. I mean, anything. Kids have amazing imagination. It doesn't even have to look that much like what you're trying to do, but if you tell them this is what it is, they go, oh wow, I see it. I had a huge piece of chicken the other day that I made it as a cave. Said it's a cave and it's a bunch of bats trying to get into the cave. She loved it. She's like, I hate the cave, So just making food interesting. And one thing that we have to realize with children, and I'm learning this a lot with my baby now. I have a 11-month-old, and we're doing completely baby-led weaning with him. We do not use a spoon to feed him. And with her, yes, I was always feeding her with a spoon, always wiping her mouth. I was always so worried she was going to get dirty. And with him, I just let him do it himself, let him go to town. And it's interesting because now I get with a spoon close to him and he goes, he tries to grab it. Yes, we have to realize that children are going to let in their bodies what looks good, what looks pleasurable, because eating is a pleasure. I mean, you get so much pleasure from eating different things and the whole process, One day we might do a picnic on the kitchen floor. It doesn't matter. Put a towel on the floor, get a bunch of different plates with a little bit of different food, and let the child serve themselves. Let them go and get whatever they want. Play with the food. Often I catch myself saying, don't play with your food. Don't play with that. Sit straight. Kids play with everything. And when they start eating, also, that's what they do. They play with the food. So many babies will also just throw things away and try, squeeze in their hands. They want to feel it. They want to see what it's like. They're playing with it, and then they realize that they can put that in their mouth, and they can actually, it tastes good, and they can feed, because that's what they do with their toys. They grab their toys and they go straight to their mouth, right, when they're babies. So we have to let them experience and explore and really try it for themselves. So one of the things that I started doing is dressing her plate to look more appealing to her or more fun. Also spinach, she used to love spinach, and all of a sudden she stopped eating it. So this day that I grabbed spinach and I put it as grass, she goes, oh, it's seaweed. Sure. And that was the first thing she ate on her plate. Another little trick that I have learned is every time I introduce a new food in the plate, I barely put anything in there, 1 or 2 pieces. For example, the blueberry. I put everything that she liked on the plate, and I put 2 blueberries. That's it. She goes, only 2? You know what I mean? So it also entices them to want to try it. What else have I been doing? So visual. Not getting mad if she does not want to eat it. Not being mad at her and just letting her try. Letting her explore. It's fine. You know, how many times we as adults also will eat like a lot for 3 days, and then the next day or 2 we barely eat anything. It is normal for every child. Another thing, children get overwhelmed when they see too much food. So even with the baby, a lot of friends ask me, oh my gosh, my baby throws everything on the floor. Well, how much food are you putting in front of them? We cannot expect these children to eat the same amount we eat or close to. They're so much smaller than we are. So usually what I do with the baby, with Benny, I will put 1 or 2 pieces in front of him on his tray at a time. He's done with that, I put another one. If I put a bunch of stuff, he gets overwhelmed, he throws everything out. And with Zoe, I also started reducing the amount that I give her. She tends to eat a lot more. She tends to eat better. She tends not to get anxious when she sees her plate. Also, Zoe has an issue with mixing of foods. So what I started doing, ground beef. Like, she loves steak, but she would not eat ground beef. And she loves pasta, but she would not eat pasta with sauce and ground beef. So what I did the other day, and I bought this pasta that's like lentil pasta and chickpea pasta. It is awesome, from Barilla. It's really, really good. Anyways, so I made the other day pasta with ground beef and sauce and everything. And I served my husband and I served myself. And on her plate, because I didn't want to have to cook separately for her, on her plate, I put 2 pasta. It had a divider, and I put 2 pieces of pasta on one of the dividers and 1 big piece of ground beef on the other divider. And she came to the table and she goes, "That's it? That's my food?" I said, "Yep, that's all you get tonight." Guys, she grabbed the food and she ate it. And then she ate it, and she started like trying to be playful and sneaky with it, and I'd be like, "Where's the food go? Oh my goodness, I think we have a mouse in the house, and that mouse is eating that food." So I would put another one. Oh, it's gone again. You have no idea how much she ate. And now she loves ground beef and pasta together. And she mentioned the other day, and then immediately that day she's like, "I want that and she ate it for breakfast the next morning. That's what she asked. As soon as she woke up, she said, "Mommy, I want it for breakfast this morning." I said, "Okay. It is what it is." So slowly now I'm mixing it, slowly, a little bit at a time, getting rid of the plates that have dividers, and then I put the food kind of together, and then the next day I mix it. What else has worked for us? Oh my goodness. We went to a restaurant the other day, and it's her favorite restaurant, and she usually gets the shrimp teriyaki, and it comes with rice and vegetables. Well, she saw the sauce, which has always been there. She goes, "What is this sauce?" And I said, "Oh, it's the sauce that comes with it. It's, teriyaki sauce." And then she said, "Okay." Before she even ate it in shrimp, she would not even touch the vegetables. But before she even ate any shrimp, she grabbed a cooked carrot. And she goes, and she ate it. And I was like, oh, inside. And then she grabbed an asparagus. And she looked at me and she said, Mommy, what is this? I said, it's an asparagus, which she likes and she's eating it. But not that way, you know, different seasoning and the specific way that I make it. Anyways, she ate it. And then she grabbed the green pepper, which she's never had before. And she grabbed the green pepper and she goes, Mommy, what is this? I said, it's a green pepper. And she goes, is it spicy? And I said, no. So she ate it. So things like this are evolving and I'm seeing so much change. And I think that the biggest difference is the way that I am reacting to how she eats. So I am not putting pressure on her anymore. I'm not, you know, trying not to get her anxious anymore about it. If she doesn't want to eat it, you through, that's fine. Go, you know, you can be excused from the table. But if she comes back an hour later and she tells me she's hungry, I will offer again what we had for lunch. Or I'll offer to make something else that's healthy or fruit, you know, instead of a peanut butter and jelly sandwich or a Nutella sandwich or ice cream, or not ice cream, but we don't eat ice cream that much. But popsicles, she loves popsicles. So I always try to eat something, or offer something else. Oh, I remember another little trick, and that's the last thing I'm going to say. Another little trick whenever you're offering something new. So always put something in the plate that children like. And then the new thing, barely 1 or 2 pieces on the little corner by itself. It can even like be in a little paper cup or something cute, you know what I mean? And the other day, I don't remember what I gave her new, but I put on the plate also separately 2 little chocolate, like to bake cookies, the little chocolate tier things. I don't know what they're called. Morsels? Yes. 2 little tiny chocolate morsels. And she was like, that's part of my lunch. That's cool. You know, it's chocolate. But she did so good. She ate the new thing and she ate everything else. And she got the little snack afterwards, the dessert afterwards. That was part of her meal, part of her plate. So those are just a few little tips for how to feed your child. So remember, don't fill up their plate too much. Reduce half of the amount you usually give, because if they want more, they can get more. You know, they don't feel the pressure of eating everything that's in front of them. Introducing new things, very little at a time, but always have something they love on the plate. If they don't want to eat it, don't make a big deal. Just excuse them from the table slowly. And one of those things, if you put something on the plate that they don't like, they go, oh my gosh, I hate this, I'm not eating it. It's okay. What do you say? It's okay. You can take it off your plate. If you put it to the side, you don't have to eat it. Just by them touching that and putting it to the side or picking it up and taking it off the plate, it's the first experience they have with that food. At least they touched it. You know what I mean? And it's okay. Don't freak out about it. It's fine. You don't want it? It's fine, honey. Just put it to the side. You don't have to eat it. Mommy, just put it there. Oh, that's one thing I remember. That's one thing that I tell her all the time now. It is okay. You are learning how to eat things. And the other day she told me, Mommy, but I'm just learning how to eat them. You know, I said, I'm a lot older than you. I have been through all of this and I learned how to like these things. You're only 6 years old. You know, you're learning how to like these things. You don't like it yet, but you will one day. And it's okay. So as much as you just keep introducing it to your child, keep showing it, don't make it a big deal if they don't want to eat it, and always have something they love with it, you're gonna see a difference in their eating behavior. So, and if she doesn't, you know, if she tries, she doesn't like it, it's okay. You're learning how to eat it, you know, and always describe it. Also, always describe what it tastes like, what it feels like. Or I saw something about this also the other day that I've been using and it works well. So instead of saying, you know, like if I want her to eat carrots, oh, orange foods are great for your eyes, for your eyesight. Isn't that great? So she tells me I am going to be able to see everything because I'm eating carrots or something like that. You know, green foods are great for healing. So if you get hurt, it helps you heal very fast. Red foods are great for your heart, so your heart will be strong and beat fast and whatever. So whatever the color of the food is, and that's why it's important to eat different colors, because each one of them is good for one thing. And she asked, well, what are purple foods good for? Well, purple foods, I mean, make it up if you don't know, you know what I mean? But purple foods make you really fast. Yes, if you eat purple foods, you are just going to be able to run so fast. You know, anything like that that makes it fun to the child. Eating should be fun, should be pleasurable, should be enjoyable. And they should have full control of what they want to introduce into their bodies. It shouldn't be pushed by us. I mean, we hate when, you know, we're visiting family, they have food in our face. Eat it, eat it, eat it. I don't want it, you know. So we can't do that to them either. I hope this is a little bit helpful to you guys. Have a wonderful week. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.